Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel and today we're doing a nice full body flexibility practice. I'm going to use my bolster a little bit throughout the class. If you've got a cushion or a pillow of some kind that you'd like to use, that would be great. If not, that's completely fine too. You're going to need just a little bit of space to move, and let's get started. So let's begin today in child's pose. And if you do happen to have a pillow of some kind, you can bring it between your knees. And if you don't have a pillow, that's fine. Just bring your knees out nice and wide. Bring your chest down towards your mat, and we can reach our arms out in front. And if you are using a pillow of some kind, instead of resting your forehead, you might want to rest one of your cheeks. And just bring your big toes together if you haven't done so already, sending your hips back towards your heels and then just kind of relaxing down. Softening your shoulders, closing your eyes, and just start to feel your breath. Letting go of your day or your to-do list for later. And just let the next inhale you take fill you up with air. Fill up your body. Feel your tummy expand. The exhale, feel your chest fall. Soften. Empty your body of all that air you just brought into it. And then breathe again. Fill your body up. And let it go. If you are resting a cheek on your pillow or even your mat, you can start to switch sides. Bring your other cheek to rest. Soften your shoulders again. Close your eyes again. And just focus on the next inhale you take. Feel it. Fill you up. And you might even bring some attention to your jaw. Bring a bit of space between the teeth if they're clenching together a little bit. Softening through the forehead, that space between your eyebrows. And for these last couple breaths, notice how your legs are feeling today, all the way from your toes through to your knees and to the hips. Let's stay for just another full breath here. With an inhale, slowly start to lift your head, your chest. You can lift your hips away from your heels. Maybe even bring your knees together. If you've got a pillow to use today, just slide it to the top of your mat. And just take a moment in your tabletop, rock it out a little bit. Shake those hips a little bit. And if you'd like to extend one leg, you can extend a leg. Push the ball of your foot into your mat just to create some length through the leg, through the knee. And switch sides. Maybe enjoying a nice calf stretch, ankle stretch here. And then finding your tabletop again, we're just going to be sliding our right leg forwards and setting up for pigeon. So laying down your shin, keeping your left leg behind you, your your right heel can be as close to your left hip as you'd like. If you do have a pillow to use today, just have it in front of you. Taking an inhale here, lift your chest a little higher. Scooch around, sink into your hips. You can stay lifted, or you could tip forwards like halfway or all the way onto your chest. Maybe resting your forearms on your pillow or on your mat. And just start to soften your shoulders again. Feeling the breath. And you have the option to add a shoulder opener into your pigeon if you'd like to do so. And the left arm is going to be sliding under our chest, and we're just going to be trying to drop our chest a little closer to our left arm. So if you've got a pillow, you can rest your left arm on top of it, or you could use your mat. But the higher your chest is lifted, the nicer this might be, or the deeper it might be if you just use your mat and not a pillow, if that makes sense. You can reach your right arm out in front, or it can be at your side to help hold your chest up a little bit if you feel like you're putting too much weight on your arm. And of course, this is just an option. We won't stay too much longer, so if you can just let gravity kind of pull your chest down. Relax into it. Breathe into it. Nicely done, you guys. Take another breath if you'd like, or you can slowly start to move, lifting all the way back up. We're going to meet in tabletop, so you can plant your hands, tuck your back toes, and just kind of find your tabletop as gracefully as you're able. Maybe taking a couple rocks to the hips side to side, shake it out a little bit more. And then when you're ready to switch, your left leg can start to slide forwards. Feel free to take a longer break if you need one. Scooching into those hips, adjusting your pillow if you're using one. Find your center so you don't feel like you're tipping over to one side more than the other. With an inhale, you can lift up through your chest. See how that feels, staying here maybe a moment longer. Tipping forwards. Just take a moment to soften into the hips before we add our right shoulder into this. Find your breath. Awesome, you guys. Stay as you are, or start to lift up just enough so you can slide your right arm underneath your chest. Tuck it right under. That left hand might be at your side for support, but the higher you lift that left shoulder, the more you're going to lose the nice deep stretch, but it might feel really good for you. And the deeper you want to take this, maybe reaching the left arm in front to try to drop that left shoulder down towards your arm as well. And not forgetting about those lovely hips. Breathe softness everywhere. You're feeling the love. Relax through your jaw again, as well as your forehead. And maybe, just maybe, focus on the feeling of your tummy expanding with the breath. Awesome work, you guys. Letting an inhale, your next breath. start to help you lift back up. Meeting once again in tabletop, so finding your way there. Giving those hips a nice little rock side to side, shake it out a little bit. If you do want to extend one leg again, push the ball of your foot into the mat, go for it. Just a little counter stretch. Switching sides. And then when you're ready, you can move your pillow off to the sides. We're going to find a nice wide leg straddle. So you can bring both of your legs out wide. Pointing your toes up towards the ceiling, maybe just feeling out with a little rock of the upper body to get those nice inner legs some love. Maybe you don't have to rock at all. You feel this already. If you're like me and have spent some amount of time in a vehicle the last little while, you might feel every little bit of your body today. You can kind of start to tip forwards a little bit more. If it feels good to do so, if your body allows you to do so. But we are going to be lifting our chest back up at some point and then just turning to face our right leg just a little bit. We're going to be tipping over towards the left leg. So keeping our chest open, lifted, and just adding a little tip over towards that left leg. So you can use your hand on the floor for support. Your right hand, it might find your low back, palm facing away, lifting the chest, maybe even looking up a little higher. You might feel some love through your neck, that left arm and shoulder. If your left hand is on your low back and you're good there, you can keep it there, or you might slide it a little further so your hand comes closer to your left hip, just for a little extra. Remembering to point your toes up, leaning over to the side as much as your body allows you to do so. Maybe the forearm can come down, or maybe you're just resting on your hands. And breathe. You might feel a nice side stretch here, arm, shoulder, neck, legs, a whole lot of things. Nicely done, you guys. Take another breath before you start to move. And then use an inhale to help you come back up. Let your hands slide back out in front. Maybe you need a shoulder roll of some kind. Maybe you'd like to take just a nice tip forwards. Get into those inner legs a little bit more. Point your toes up a little bit more. And then just using an inhale to come back up. If you did fold, and then you can start to turn towards the left a little bit. Take a little lean over. Add your left hand on your low back. When you're ready for it, maybe slide it a little closer towards that right hip. Maybe lean a little bit more. Maybe adjust a little bit throughout. You might not be able to lean quite as far as you did on the other side, but take a couple breaths, see what happens. Point those toes up. With that chest open, maybe shift the gaze up a little higher. Relax through the jaw. And scan your body. Where are you feeling this the most? Upper body, lower body, right body, left body, all of the above. Awesome work, you guys. Let an inhale help you come back up. Slide your hand out from behind you. Take a bit of a shoulder roll, shoulder shimmy. If you need it, your hands can come to the outside of your legs as well so that you can bring your knees together. Give yourself a bit of a hug. Rock it out. And then let's make our way onto our backs. For our twist, if you do want to use your pillow, just bring it to your left side. But lay on down. Our knees are going to be falling over towards the left. You can use a pillow between your knees or under your knees. Just shimmy your shoulders so the right side stays down. And maybe turning your chin towards your right shoulder as well. And taking a couple deeper breaths in your twist. Get your tummy moving a little bit more. Feel the love through your spine and your back. So you take nice deep inhales. Stay for another full cycle of breath here. Fill your body up and let it go. And then using an inhale to bring the knees, bring your chin back up out of your twist. Maybe take a rock side to side with your knees. And if you're using your pillow, move it over to the right side. Your knees can fall over when you're ready. Shimmy the shoulders, make sure the left side stays down, and maybe turn your chin to the left shoulder as well. Some nice deep breath. And staying for another full cycle of breath before you let an inhale help you come back up out of your twist. Maybe a couple rocks side to side with the knees. Massage your low back. And extending your legs out long. Your feet out wide. Making your way into Shavasana. Let your palms face up with your arms at your sides. Starting to let go of any effort you're putting into your breath. Letting your body take over. It'll only breathe as much as it needs to. So notice what happens. How deep does your body continue to breathe? So you let go of all the effort that you're putting into it. As always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.